Hey folks, how are you? Hope you're alright in that. Thought I'd take you for a drive on my Mazda MX-5 soft top. Yeah, so this is the base model with the cloth seats. As the same before, Gayleen's with me. And yeah, so this is a now opportunity taking Gayleen to work and do a quick video. And I did promise a video as such. And now here it is. So I'll do a bit of a drive. This is the base model specification and that. As you can see, doesn't have the Bose, but it's got all the fruit you need, even auto climate control. Doesn't have Bose, like I said, but it does have digital radio in addition to the FM and AM bands. Yeah, the mandatory 6-speed manual gearbox. MZD Connect, which is aging these days, but still as effective as ever. And yes, the 3 pedals, as you can see. Here's my brake shoes, there's the clutch, brake and throttle. And as you can see, beautifully spaced for your toe down changes. Beautiful. Yeah, and so here it is. Keep the camera in that level at all times, don't twist it. And yeah, and so we shall go for a drive. We'll take Gayleen to work. Yeah, so makes the clutch, select R for race. It's not racing anywhere, I'm going in reverse. Well, you can go quickly if you want to though, but we've got the top down as you expect. And yeah, so not rolling in my 5.0 with my rag top down so my hair can blow and knock the windows down. There we go. And that's saying you have a look at the visibility all round, and unlike my old RF and that, there's no blind spots behind me, no B-pillar or C-pillar blind spots, nothing of the sort, or B-pillars I should say, the Mazda MX-5 RF. So away we go, so just setting off, and it all warmed up. So yes kids, if you're buying any car, you don't flog a car right from the word go. Right from when the engine's cold, drive it nice and gently. That's all I'm doing at the moment. So keep your engine rev slow, no more than fast draw, but yeah, up to 2000 RPM, not even that. Just shift upshift early. The 4th gear I'm in now, 1600 RPM, and I'll go up to the 5th. Yeah, that's the way it is. Lock those doors. Yeah, so yes, so open top motoring is another dimension of motoring, especially if you're used to driving in a tin top. And through the range. Yes, so we'll see how the day pans out today. It's a little bit cloudy and that. I don't know if there's going to be any rain or whatever.
Higgins are predicting a big lineup of storms for the week.
Yeah. That's alright, we'll turn right up here. Nothing coming, nice and clear, put it behind. Yeah, so just take it in. And as we have the beautiful 6-speed manual gearbox with the typically short throw and that, and the snickety stick action as people say. Very light clutch with a very progressive and elastic friction zone, engagement zone. Very easy to drive and change gears. And yes, this has a red line of 7,500 RPM. And yeah, so even just sitting around 67, 68, 70k an hour and that, you don't, unlike the RF, you don't get this bloody big parachute like buffeting behind you with the buttresses. Might don my cap, might don my beret on to cover the circumcision scar. That's a bit better now, I think. Makes me a little bit less old looking. Heel toe down through the range. There we go. So it's pretty close to being sufficiently warmed up, but we'll drive for a little bit longer and that before we try anything extreme. Well, we're not going to go super extreme anyway. So yeah. Oh, well, we'll sit back, relax and enjoy the ride. Yes, a car like this is one of life's simple pleasures. It really is. It's not madly powerful, not madly powerful, but it is light. About 1,000, it's actually about 1,057 kilos, I think, is the total curb weight. And yeah, so the engine's got 135 kilowatts of power and 205 newton meters of torque. So not madly powerful, not madly torquey, but absolutely beautiful nonetheless. Up to 7.5 grand we go. And it runs to the red line as if it's chased by demons. Absolutely magnificent. So I might pull over here briefly, just very briefly. You'll tone it down through the gears, down from third to second. There's another car coming behind us. We'll put the top up briefly so people can encapsulate the engine sound. And then we'll put the top back down again after that. So that's how easy it is to put the top back up. And putting the top down is the reverse of that method. Okay, so here we go. So we'll go and have a look. So just watch the rev counter, watch the instrument cluster, and then here it goes. Ready? Yes. Right, so yeah, so it runs to the red line as if it's chased by demons, as you can see. Whereas the old model, the Series 1 engine, had a red line of 6,800 RPM. And as soon as you started to exceed 6,000, 6,200, 6,400 RPM, the engine would start to resonate and carry on. So it'd start to become a little bit uncouth. So not a super sports car engine, but still effective for what it was. And that model had 118 kilowatts of power and 200 newton meters of torque. But look, at the end of the day, if you're buying one of those cars for straight line performance, you're buying the wrong car. End of story, period. I don't give a flying fuck what anybody says, pardon my language, but end of story. End of story, you're buying the wrong car. And you can watch the pedals, you can see how far it is for heel and toe down changes. Watch the pedals. Second, so pedals are very nicely spaced to heel and toe down changes. Make it all nice and balanced, and away we go again. Full throttle. Third and fourth. Yeah, so beautiful gear change and that very progressive clutch. And yes, even though we're not driving super hard or anything like that, it all comes together as one. You get to feel as though you're at one with the car. And some people think that you need a motorbike to experience those sorts of sensations and those sorts of things and that. But you could always argue that you're at one on the bike until you hit a tree, and then you're at one with that. And yeah, so make of that whatever you so desire. And a third. And it's a nice car to adjust with both the wheel and the throttle as well. It really is. Everyone should drive a Mazda MX-5, even though it might not fit you as such. But even so, it's definitely a try before you buy a car. And even with that being said, it's definitely worth your time to have a look at one of these things. I mean, don't buy one of these cars for refinement, even though we've got the top up now. You still hear the wind rush around the B-pillar sections of the roof. But you've also got road noise, those sorts of things. So NVH, noise, vibration and harshness, isn't something in the Lexus-like category. Far the polar opposite, actually. But I've never complained about the noise in one of these things because I know what the car actually is and what it entails. Yeah, so yeah. Shall we put the top down again? I mean, let's have a look. We'll go after this roundabout and that. Down the third. We'll go down second again. But yeah, even if a shit driver like me can drive something like this and use heel toe, anyone can. But yeah, so watch very closely as to how easy it is to put the roof down. As we can see over here, we've got this lever over here, and we've got the safety switch. So press and hold the safety switch, then pull the lever down all the way, like so. Don't go too fast. So we're doing 45 km an hour, so 27 miles an hour. And what we do is we just put the roof down like so. There we go, nice and precise, right in the centre so you don't distort the roof. And we'll put the windows right down now. Yeah, so simple choice of driving a Mazda MX-5. If only we could have this sort of car when we drive overseas. only, but we need to defect to a boot bag, then boot bag and a boot wrap combination, then something sitting on the trunk, waterproof luggage, those sorts of things. So yeah, so in order for me to continue the conversation, I'll shortly put the windows up. So please excuse any wind noise. These are not professional videos by any stretch of the imagination. Nice balanced. Did I say that everyone should drive one of these once in their lifetime, even if they don't commit to buying one? After all, life's too short to drive boring and sullen cars. So yeah. But even so, to have fun, to enjoy one of these cars, you don't need to be driving super fast anyway. Even though yes, I like to drive very fast where conditions allow, or where conditions are safe to do so. But you don't need to drive super fast in order to enjoy it. Just take in all the sounds. And for a sports car, even though we're going over a few undulations at the moment, the ride is very comfortable. The ride suspension is very well damped, and this isn't the model equipped with the Bilstein suspension, Bilstein dampers.
Excuse me.
So yeah, we'll put the windows up on this one. That's all right. So when even though we're starting to lift speeds slightly in that, there you always have your top down motoring and that. Just put your windows up, set your climate control to whatever level you want, and even go down adjust your strata direction control. Just go face the floor. Obviously, you're not going to have conditioned air or heated air, depending on how cold or warm you want the cabin to be. Just more or less just directing it at body parts to make you feel comfortable. This model has the cloth upholstery, the cloth seats, and it doesn't have the heating option. But despite that, the seats are still very comfortable. These aren't the Bilstein. Bilsteins, and that Bilstein refers to suspension. These are not the Recaro seats, so they don't have the pronounced bolsters or anything like that. But yeah, no, the entry-level seats are still very comfortable. Like I said at the outset, it's got all the stuff you need and the shit and doesn't have the shit you don't need. So yeah.
Back.
That's alright. So that's the way that we'll become. We'll see even when we get to a little bit faster speeds and that. And yes, you're still taking the bloody typical wind in your hair motoring. Although things do get a little bit noisier, but not prohibitively so. Again, do excuse any whip noise on the microphone. So do adjust your volume on your device. If you're getting a bit too much whip noise, I really should buy a separate microphone. Even sitting on 100k an hour, 62.1 miles an hour, engine's turning over at 2500 RPM in 6th gear. Yeah, so relaxed enough, but again, it's not a quiet car. And one thing you do notice with the roof up, you do, like I said earlier, you do get a bit of wind noise over the B-pillar sections of the convertible top. And that's all part of the charm. 10k's, just keep it conservative. Overtaking tends to encourage do-gooders to sit in the outside lane.
Speaks volumes.
Oh, absolutely.
That was me last night coming home from work. Same thing. Pleasurable. Absolutely. Just go down through the gears. Too many reps. Slow and steady wins the race. No, it just pisses other drivers off.
I also think it all comes down to a total balance thing too. So yeah, I mean there's the old saying that's been raging for decades that it's much more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow. That's been raging for decades.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't technically referred to as being a fast car. Not really fast at all. Oh, you can make it move. I can make it, and as you're very well aware, I can make this wheelie shift.
Absolutely.
Pulling in some so-called highly credentialed challenges. So-called, that is. Just look what happened look what happened in Andorra.
Yes. And you weren't in a high performance car either.
No, not at all. Not even remotely close. Just a basic grocery getter hatchback at best. 1.2 litre 3-cylinder turbo, pulling in a bloody 5 litre bloody Ford Mustang muscle car. Might have something to do with the driving, I think.
I think it might have something to do with the driver too.
This is the one. And just good to see he got away from me on the straights, but I kept pulling him in on the twisties. So he's not driving it to its potential. And then again, being a Ford Mustang too, it's a bit just like a Chevy Camaro. You pick up the steering on a little bit anyway. So it could all be surmised as in one word. Starts with the letter B and ends in the letter G. It's called boring. That's all it is. Image over output. Style over substance. So I'm going to take the third exit in this roundabout. Toe in a second. Control off. Back on the secondary roads now.
We're back.
So that's the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, you can drive this thing in suburbia, whatever else, and it's still very docile in traffic. There's no histrionics in the driving experience. At least you'll notice that when we get a bit further up anyway. That's what we'll do when we get to what's name as soon as we get across the Cunningham Highway, and then shortly after that we'll wrap him up then.
Yep.
New housing estates out here too.
Still plenty more being developed.
In a way, it's like bloody Calgary in Canada. Bloody Calgary in Canada's got a shitload of these. There's been many other places in that. Calgary's got shitloads everywhere. Yeah, it's almost like a bloody insidious disease. And the blocks are so small, a measly 400 squares per block.
Even less. Who was I talking to the other day? One of their children have just finally bought property out at Flagstone.
Yeah.
But then they got 410, but their neighbours were 290.
Yeah.
The blocks surrounding their block was 290. That's tiny.
Oh.
That's really tiny.
Oh yeah, that's a waste of fucking time. That's just extortion. That's what that is. I mean, 290 squares.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's woeful. You may as well just bloody live in Hong Kong or New York. You
might as well just go and live in a bloody unit block.
Yeah, just go to Manhattan, love. Manhattan's like that, as you're very well aware. And that being said, we can never live there. Oh, no way. Can never live in Manhattan. Couldn't do that one. Do a driving job there. I could never live there. Nah.
No.
Yeah, nah.
Up in Terrytown, that was good.
Oh, Terrytown's okay, yeah.
Yeah, up around Terrytown's not bad.
Terrytown's fine, yeah. So you got all those new units we walked around to. That's bloody Terrytown. And where we went and got the bloody, you got your nails done that time. I spoke to that lass. Oh, Terrytown. That's not bad.
That wasn't too bad.
Far enough out of bloody Manhattan and those sorts of places. Terrytown. It's not hard to work out where all the infrastructure goes, though, New York, eh?
Oh, absolutely.
All just Manhattan, and Manhattan.
Definitely not Queens or Brooklyn.
Oh, fuck no way. Yeah, not Queens, not Brooklyn, and definitely not the Bronx. That's quite sad, really, isn't it? Yes. But no, like I said, it's a very easy car to drive in traffic and what else. Well, there's no traffic at the moment, just casual suburban driving, just ordinary driving. Clutch is very easy to modulate. Second. Third. Fourth. Even just driving in 60 to 70 km in the 60 to 70 kilometre an hour range. That very flexible torque band.
The phone case flapped over.
That's right, keep it going.
It's going. It's still going. Lots of roundabouts.
That's right.
Oh, they're
Gives
fun.
it character.
They're fun. Even in the SUV, they're fun.
There you go. I'll wrap it up around here, I guess. Might be the way to go, I think. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that little bit of a drive video on that. And, got a couple of other things I've got to do. So we'll wrap it up here. New stage.
Well, we have to wrap it up here because I can't show you where I'm working.
Anyways, so I will talk to you all later. So have fun, peace, au revoir. Enjoy that. Good day.
See you guys.